Hello, good day. You're welcome once more to my channel. Thank you for being here. It's a delight to have you from different parts of the world just tuning in and growing and learning with me. It's such a delight. Thank you so much. If you're here for the very first time, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified anytime there's a post on this channel. We have different content, and there's something for everyone. So subscribe, and if you have subscribed already, share with your friends. Share the link with your friends. Let's grow this together. Thank you so much. Today is day 3, and we're reading Hot Pursuit from Melissa V. West. It says, chase your dreams with passion and live an exceptional life. How many people want to live an exceptional life? So you want to chase your dreams with passion and you want to live an exceptional life. So welcome to this channel. Yesterday we read chapter 1. I think the first day we did the introduction. So today we're going on to chapter 2, which says discover your dreams purpose. We had an assignment from yesterday. I hope you actually did your journaling for yesterday. There were a number of questions that were asked in the book. So please, if you did not, if you're joining us for the very first time, go ahead and listen to the first part. And if you have listened to the first part and you're yet to do your journaling, providing answers to the questions that were, asked, please go ahead and revisit those questions and revisit the video. It's important because every chapter will be building on the last. So thank you. Discover your dream's purpose. Being bored and unhappy didn't sit well with me. But I didn't know what to do about the growing sense of dissatisfaction that was burning a hole in the pit of my stomach. I became fixated on the idea that my life was meant to be bigger and better. How many people agree with me? If you agree, you can put it in the comment section. My life is meant to be bigger and better. I choose bigger, I choose better. Since I was completely lost, I did what every confused and misguided person does. I took up skydiving. Depending on your personality, that may sound awesome or crazy, and I don't know how to explain it. But at the time, it felt right to me. I was tired of being a robot. I wanted to feel again. And there's nothing like throwing yourself out of a perfectly good plane to make you feel again, even if all you feel is terror. Hmm. I love the addictive rush I got from skydiving. Those moments when I was racing towards the ground with my heart in my throat and the wind roaring in my ears were incredible. I was absolutely 100% in the moment. Take a second and imagine me dropping through the air with the biggest, cheesiest, most ridiculous, ear to ear smiles. Skydiving made me happy from the top of my head to the tip of my toes. Hmm. Even the thought of it for me is still fearful. The downside, unfortunately, was that though I love skydiving, my bank account hated it. And honestly, even though it made me happy, the happiness was short-lived. Once I was back on solid ground, my dissatisfaction returned with a vengeance. Looking back, I know why my happiness was fleeting. I was searching for answers, but what I found was adrenaline rush. More than anything, I wanted to grow and improve. I craved transformation. For me, there was no room for growth in skydiving. I know. I wasn't motivated to get certified to jump solo or to complete the training to become an instructor. It was a one sided love affair. I loved skydiving and skydiving loved my money. We parted ways amicably. Undeterred, when the voice in my head started asking, okay, what's next? I already had an answer running marathons. That was it. I mean, that's what everyone does, right? If you don't know what you want to be when you grow up, you lace up your shoes and you run your way to blisters and hopefully self awareness. I mean, you don't want to be in that place where you are clueless, but thank God for this journey. Clarity will come. Until I began running marathons, I'd never been a runner, but I've also never been one to let things like a lack of skill, training, and athleticism stop me. I threw myself into the sport with complete abandon. running in the evenings and on the weekends. I trained hour after hour, pushing my body and mind past every limit I thought I had. I've got to tell you, there's something beautiful that happens when your mind is forced to stretch in order to push your body. I had to grow mentally and physically to keep going. But once again, the rush didn't last. By the time I got to my second marathon, the glow had worn off, and I was left with aching legs and oozing blisters. And as I sat there one day treating my feet after a race, I had an aha moment. I thought, all right, so I'm jumping out of airplanes and I'm running marathons and it's fun. It's really fun. But wait a minute. I don't have a problem with my hobbies or social life. I have a problem with my career. So what am I doing? Why am I jumping out of airplanes and running marathons? This isn't getting me any closer to finding the road that I'm supposed to be on. Have you ever done that? Have you ever put all your time, energy, and effort into something only to realize that no matter how hard you try, you're never going to get any closer to finding the answer because you've been asking the wrong question all along? Hmm. I was looking for fun when I should have been looking for meaning. Hey, I was looking for fun when I should have been looking for what? Meaning. I wanted a reason to get up every morning. I needed to believe that I was contributing to the world in a way that mattered. I was tired of feeling empty. That's why it was so tempting to jump into activities that made me feel a sense of satisfaction, even if it was short lived. I needed more. As a result, I became a victim of shiny object syndrome. If you aren't familiar with shiny object syndrome, it is simply an overwhelming attraction to every new idea that comes your way. Hey, each idea seems to capture your attention and distract you from the bigger picture. Instead of staying focused on your goals, you chase every shiny object that catches your eye. I happen to be an expert at finding shining objects to chase. Every time I allowed myself to get distracted, I wasted precious time. Say to yourself, no more. SOS, shining object syndrome. No more SOS. What I've learned through this process is that our dreams are a catalyst. As we chase them, they help us discover our purpose. I believe we are all here for a reason. Our dreams guide and direct our steps as we discover the bigger why behind our goals and aspirations. But without a clear dream guiding our way, we can start to feel lost. If you're anything like me, you hate feeling lost. That's exactly how I felt. I sensed that I had a bigger purpose, but I had no clue how to discover it. My purpose seemed sneaky and elusive. Finding it felt like locating my car keys when I'm in a hurry. The bottom of my purse is dark and cluttered, and the mess makes it harder to find what I'm looking for. Though I know my keys are there, I can't see them. The same was true with my purpose. I knew I had one, but I couldn't seem to find it. Though I may have felt a little lost, I had two things going for me: a dogged determination and a habit of reflection. I keep seeking answers both inside and outside of myself. That experience, missteps, and all was a valuable process. I learned in the midst of chasing every shining object to ask myself an important question: am I chasing the right thing? Am I chasing the right thing? Am I on track? If my answer was no, then I had to keep looking. Are you chasing the right things, my friend? That's a question for you. Yes, you. If your answer is no, then take my word for it. You have to keep looking. Search until you find the right thing. Explore with wild abandon. Hunt high and low until you find the answers you need. Your eager willingness to keep exploring is a critical component of your pursuit. As Jack London said, you can't wait for inspiration, you have to go after it with a club. It may take a little while to discover your purpose, but you move closer every time you take a step forward. I'm proud of you for taking the time to invest in yourself and discover your next steps. Happy hunting. All right, watch out. I've got purpose hunting. Watch out. I've gone purpose hunting. When I think about hunting for your purpose, I get the hilarious image of the Looney Tunes cartoon character Yosemite Sam in my head. Do you remember him? Yosemite Sam was a rabbit hating, gunslinging arch enemy of Bugs Bunny. He had a giant red mustache and a hair trigger temper. With his unforgettable, exaggerated drawl, it said things like, "Any one of you lily livered, bow legged vermins care to slap leather with me?" He was funny and relentless. Yosemite Sam never gave up on the hunt for Bugs Bunny. That's how you have to be on this journey, relentless and a bit obsessive. Don't wait until you have all the answers. Don't wait until you have all the answers. This is one of the most important pieces of advice I can give you. Give yourself permission to figure things out as you go. Listen to me carefully. It's completely okay not to know what you're doing. In fact, it is normal. This may sound strange, but the discomfort you feel is actually a gift. Be thankful for it. It exists to push you towards who you were meant to be. In his book, The Art of Work, writer Jeff Goins says, "You don't just know what your calling is, you must listen for clues along the way. Discovering what your life can tell you. Awareness comes with practice." Did you know that the original meaning of the word discover was to uncover or unveil? Really? That's why I love the word discover in Goins' quote. It says you must uncover or unveil what your life has to tell you. This is the awesome thing. You can't uncover something unless it was there all along. Whether you know it or not, your purpose exists. It is there, burning inside of you. You wouldn't be reading this book if it weren't true. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Keep exploring, but also keep this in mind. The gap between experience and insight is bridged by self awareness. The gap between experience and insight is bridged by what? Self awareness. It's not enough to skydive and run marathons. Exploration without reflection may be fun, but it won't get you closer to your bigger why. These three tips will help you bridge the gap. From yesterday, I've been itching to know how to bridge the gap. So I'm looking forward to this insight. Let your curiosity be your guide, it will help you uncover your purpose. Number two, release yourself from judgment. This is a personal journey. So give yourself permission to explore with abandon. Number three, invest in the process. Experience without awareness is useless. Spend time in reflection and journal your way to insight. I'll go over it again. Let curiosity be your guide. It will help you uncover your purpose. Release yourself from judgment. It's a personal journey. So give yourself permission to explore with abandon. Number three, invest in the process. Experience without awareness is useless. Spend time in reflection and journal your way to insight. So there are two questions for you today. When do you feel the most curious and intrigued? Number two, what captures your attention when you lose track of time? Remember to go over these questions. You might need to, listen to this post many times. Just go ahead and do what you've got to do for your dreams, okay? Thank you once again for joining on this my channel. It's great to have you here from whichever part of the world you join in from today. It's a delight to know that you're watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you're yet to do so. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Share this with someone. I mean, just make a habit. If any post, blesses you, resonates really well with you, just share it with your network. Thank you so much and see you tomorrow. Thank you. God bless you.